Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are discussing The Waiter. It's the latest film from AY Makun in his Boss series. Now, the Akpos series I don't think they are a series of interconnected film because off the top of my head, I don't remember any film leading into the next one in a way that just ties it up in one very huge thematic thingy. I don't think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. But with The Waiter, we get AY at his most introspective, at his most coherent, in the sense that he tries to say something relevant. And what does he do? He tries to play off a satire, analyzing Nigeria's current problems, or Nigeria's current problem are the same that has plagued it for a very, very long time. So it's not like he breaks new grounds per se, but for the Akpos character, it does feel a bit more sensible. You get this feeling that you just want to listen to what he has to say because for some reason, 1 and 2 adding together makes sense. I never thought I'd actually say that on AY film, but here we are. Things are changing. So when this film gets off the ground, Akpos is, as usual, always down on his luck. But this time around, he is in search of extra income because his mom is ill and all. And then he takes this job he currently has at the Crystal Hotel. Yeah, that's what it's called, with the K. So he's among the people who are supposed to wait on the minister for poverty alleviation.
God have mercy upon us.
It's the Ministry for Poverty Alleviation, led by this minister played by Shaffy Bello. They are here to come and discuss how to share money and save people from poverty. 300 billion naira is earmarked for this event, and we get to know about this because this guy, played by Bucci Franklin, Kunle Remi, storms the place with his goons and wants the money. So it is this encounter, this Kunle Remi factor, that just tells us a bit of what is going on and, for lack of better word, helps this stuff make sense. Kunle Remi claims to be a freedom fighter. He has a backstory that is a bit compelling or tragic, for the lack of better word to describe that. I think tragic is more fitting than compelling because Nigeria happened to him. He was a soldier, just think of some of the things you've heard about Nigerian soldiers in real life. They went to rescue some people, but people turned up against him. And for some reason, he just decided, I'm just going to come, hijack a minister, take the money there and play Robin Hood, disperse it to thousands or millions of Nigerians, as the case may be. And the movie doesn't exactly tell us how he gets the account number. But yeah, he has a hacker on his team played by Sunshine Rossman. So we're just gonna, let it go. But won't think deep of it. So for what it's worth, I think The Waiter does more right than it does wrong, to be honest. I didn't hate the film because maybe it's because of the Nigerian factor, thinking that the main villain of the entire story was Nigeria. This film is trying to paint towards just how dim our country currently is. Maybe that's why, because it hits so close to home. There were a couple of dialogues here and there that sort of really, really brought it home. And maybe that's why I really hate it, if I'm being honest. It's not like I went in wanting to hate it, but I mean, it's an AY film. His films, for his pedigree and for his track record, they've not been the most intellectually sound film or the most artful films, we're being honest. So I just went in for slapstick comedy, but for some reason, most of the real life parallels worked for me. Now, the jokes are definitely the weakest part of this film. For something that's supposed to be an action comedy, mostly comedy, there will be a bunch of action. There were a lot of shooting and things that made you feel, oh, is this a state of emergency kind of stuff? No. It wasn't state of emergency in any form. Well, maybe in a way, one or two ways. But for an action comedy film, the comedy was really the weakest part. Yes. The action was okay. It was okay for the most part of it. The dialogues, of course, were not award worthy. Yes, let's just put it that way. The dialogues are not award worthy. But the story it tried to tell, and like I said, maybe it's just the whole thing that forces us to pick up a mirror as a society and look at ourselves. For some reason, worked better than it didn't work. I also think that the Kunle Remi factor, which is Bucci Franklin, I think that character, the way that character was played, sort of helped the film in the sense that Akpos was playing second fiddle to his own film, which is not usually the case. If you think all the other ones we've seen, 30 Days in Atlanta, Christmas in Miami, and all the other films was is all the other films in the Akpos series was usually front and center, alongside sometimes alongside whoever is his cool. But in this case, Akpos and Tony Bright were kept apart for the longest time, up until maybe one scene they shared at the end, which was a compelling choice. So I think in that way it sort of helped the film, because all the times you see Tony Bright, you sort of focus on him. Bucci Franklin, being the amazing actor he is, tries to sell as much as he can sell this role. All the other factors pulling him back considered. So I think that sort of helped the film as well. In all, The Waiter it's an AY film, but I think I genuinely think it's the best of all the AY films I've seen. Yeah, at least the ones in recent memory. But let me know, have you seen The Waiter? It's currently streaming on Netflix, so let me know if you've seen it and what you think about it. Do you agree with some of the things I said? Do you not agree? Do you think, The Waiter, God forbid? Or do you think, oh yeah, AY? Whatever the case, let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. But as always, I'll see you in the next video.